Where did these breeds come from?
Well, the exotic shorthair is actually pretty new to the scene that popped up in the 1950s.
Really?
Yep. Breeders wanted that Persian look, but with a coat that was easier to handle.
Makes sense. I did read that they're nicknamed Persians for lazy owners.
Right. But Persians, they've been around a lot longer. We're talking back to the 1600s.
Wow, that's a long history.
It is, and here's a twist. Some exotic shorthairs actually inherit the long-haired gene from their Persian ancestors.
Wait, so they could end up looking just like a Persian?
Yep, almost identical, which can cause some issues, especially with breeders.
Oh, I can see how that could be a problem.
Some breeders might try to pass off a long-haired exotic as a purebred Persian and charge way more for it.
So how do you tell them apart? Is there a surefire way to know you're getting a true Persian?
There is. Check their registration number from the CFA the Cat Fanciers Association.
Their registration number?
Yeah, it's like a cat secret code. The first 4 digits tell you the breed and color classification.
Okay, so what are we looking for specifically if we want a Persian?
For Persians, the numbers run from 0100 to 3498. Exotics fall between 7340 and 7992.
So you gotta check that number carefully, especially if you're paying top dollar.
Definitely.
So beyond the paperwork, what are some of the key differences between these two breeds?
The biggest difference is their coat, obviously. Exotic shorthairs, the name kind of gives it away. They have a short plush coat.
Right. But Persians are known for that long, flowing, luxurious fur.
Exactly. And that means a big difference when it comes to grooming.
Oh, yeah, I bet. Persians must be a lot of work.
Daily brushing is a must with Persians. You got to prevent those mats and tangles.
Wow, so they're a serious commitment. What about exotics?
Exotics are much easier. Just a good brushing a few times a week is usually enough.
Okay, so exotics win the Easy to Groom award. But I remember something interesting about shedding.
Oh, yeah. Actually said that exotic shorthairs shed more than Persians, even with that shorter coat.
Really? That's so surprising.
Yeah, those plush little hairs are apparently looser and come out more easily.
Tip for managing that.
Regular bathing can help with shedding in both breeds.
Okay, good to know. We'll save the whole bathing a cat adventure for another deep dive, though.
Haha, good idea. We could probably do a whole episode on that.
So moving on from fur, let's talk personality. Are we talking couch potatoes or bundles of energy here?
Both breeds are known for being calm, gentle, and affectionate, but there are some subtle differences.
Like what?
Exotics tend to be a bit more playful than Persians. They get that from their American shorthair side.
One exotic owner on Reddit said their kitten needed 30 minutes of playtime every single night.
Wow, sounds like a handful.
It does. So what about Persians?
Well, Persians are more into lounging, observing from high places, just generally being more mellow.
Now, we can't talk about these breeds without addressing the elephant in the room. Or the flat face in the room, I guess.
Right, those flat faces.
As cute as they are, there are some health concerns to consider.
Definitely. Unfortunately, sometimes being adorable comes at a price.
So let's talk about those flat faces. What issues can they cause?
Well, technically it's called brachycephalic, and it means they have those signature flat faces, and those smooshed noses can make it harder to breathe.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, they can be prone to snoring, even having trouble exercising. They're also more likely to get polycystic kidney disease, or PKD.
PKD, what's that?
It's a genetic condition where cysts develop in the kidneys. It can lead to kidney failure.
Oh, wow. That sounds serious.
It can be, and it's unfortunately quite common in both Persians and exotic shorthairs. Early detection is key.
So finding a breeder who prioritizes health testing is really important.
Absolutely. Reputable breeders will screen their calves for PKD and other genetic conditions. Regular vet checkups are a must for both breeds.
Okay, good advice. We've talked origins, looks, personality, even some serious health stuff. What else should someone consider when choosing between these two?
Well, your lifestyle is a big one. Your daily routine, your living space, even your own personality.
I see what you mean.
Think about it. Are you a routine-oriented person? Or are you more spontaneous?
So Persians are more suited to a quiet, predictable life, right?
Exactly. They thrive on consistency. Exotic shorthairs are a little more adaptable. They might even enjoy a change of scenery.
So if you travel a lot, an exotic might be a better choice.
Yeah, possibly. But remember, every cat is an individual.
Right.
We saw this on that Reddit thread. Someone asked about exotic shorthairs and jumping.
Oh, yeah.
Some others said their exotics were climbing everything. Bookshelves, curtains, you name it.
I can picture it.
But others said their exotics never left the floor. So there's a lot of variation, even within a breed.
True. It's a good reminder that breed stereotypes don't always tell the whole story.
Exactly. But some breed tendencies can give you clues about a cat's personality.
Like what?
Even as kittens, the more adventurous, outgoing ones were usually the short-haired exotics.
Interesting. So even though there are some helpful guidelines, it's important to actually spend time with a potential cat and see how you connect.
Absolutely. Like, dating, but for cats.
Haha, I love that analogy. You want to make sure there's a spark, right? After all, this cat could be part of your life for the next 15, 20 years.
It's a big commitment.
So we've talked about looks, personality, health, how adaptable each breed is. What about things like how much noise they make? Are these chatty cats?
Not really. Both Persians and exotic shorthairs are considered pretty quiet. But there are some subtle differences.
Like what?
Persians tend to meow more than exotic shorthairs.
Interesting.
Persians might meow to show affection, get your attention, stuff like that. Exotic shorthairs are generally less vocal.
I saw one Reddit user describe their exotic's meow as a quiet, adorable squeak.
Oh, it's so cute.
I know. But regardless of how much they vocalize, both breeds are known for having soft, sweet voices.
Definitely. You're not going to be dealing with any loud, demanding meows.
Unless it's dinner time, of course.
Oh, right. Even the most laid-back cat has their limits. But speaking of limits, we should probably touch on those health concerns again.
Yeah, good point. Especially for anyone who's seriously considering getting one of these breeds.
Finding a responsible breeder is absolutely crucial, especially the brachycephalic breeds. Breeding brachycephalic animals is a delicate balance.
Because those flat faces aren't natural. We humans have bred them that way.
Exactly. And it can lead to a lot of problems like stenotic nares, for example.
Stenotic what?
Stenotic nares. It's where the nostrils are too narrow. It can make it hard for them to breathe. They might snore, even have trouble exercising.
Oh, wow. What else?
Persians and exotics can be prone to eye tearing.
Eye tearing.
Yeah, their tear ducts don't always drain properly because their facial structure, it can stain around the eyes and even lead to eye infections.
So daily eye cleaning is important too.
It is, especially for Persians. But, most well-bred Persians and exotics won't develop severe health problems. And many of these issues can be managed with the right vet care.
It's all about being informed and prepared.
Exactly.
Okay, so far we've covered origins, looks, personality, and health concerns. What haven't we touched on yet?
We even covered those registration numbers.
Right.
Which seriously can save you a lot of trouble and money down the road.
Definitely. But before we move on, I want to go back to adaptability for a moment.
Yeah.
You mentioned exotics are usually more adaptable than Persians.
Yeah, I did. One article pointed out that exotics tend to adjust more easily to new environments and routines.
Persians really like their routine, though, don't they?
They do. It's like they're saying, just give me my comfy spot, my daily grooming, and a little attention, and I'll be happy.
Haha, that sounds about right. An exotic shorthair, they're more likely to embrace a change of scenery. Maybe even enjoy a car ride.
Speaking of car rides, what about traveling with these breeds? Those flat faces, isn't that risky, especially on planes? It can be. Airlines have different rules about brachycephalic breeds. You definitely want to check with your airline before you book a flight with your cat.
That's a good point. You don't want to get to the airport and find out your cat can't fly.
Planning is key when you're traveling with a brachycephalic breed.
Speaking of planning,
Yeah.
didn't we see something in that Reddit thread about exotic shorthairs and, jumping on shelves?
We did. It was funny to see the different responses.
Yeah.
Some owners said their exotics were climbing champs, scaling bookshelves, curtains, you name it.
Okay, so some are little daredevils.
Right. But others said their cats were total couch potatoes, never even tried to jump on anything.
So again, individual personality can trump breed stereotypes.
Absolutely.
Makes sense?
One owner described their exotic as running along walls when excited.
I can just picture it. But, we've talked a lot about the differences between these breeds. Let's not forget about their similarities, too.
True. Despite their different coats and energy levels, both Persians and exotic shorthairs are known for being really sweet and affectionate.
They're both lap cats at heart, right? Cuddles and being around their humans.
Exactly. They really thrive on human interaction. Plus, they're both undeniably adorable.
Oh, yeah, those flat faces and big eyes. They're impossible to resist.
They're like living teddy bears.
But teddy bears that need regular grooming, especially those Persians.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of grooming, we haven't talked about that legendary Persian bath time yet. But before we get to bath time, one of the articles you sent mentioned that Persians are like the A-listers of the cat world.
Yeah, they're definitely the most recognizable breed. And I'm guessing that means they're easy to find if you want one.
You can usually find a Persian breeder pretty easily, or even adopt one from a shelter. Exotics are popular too, but not as common. You might have to search a bit more to find a breeder or rescue that specializes in them.
Back to those baths. What makes bathing a Persian so different? I mean, cats in general don't exactly love water.
It's all about that long, thick coat. Persians need regular baths to keep their fur clean, prevent mats, and just look their best. We read about one breeder who actually uses a warm, wet washcloth to get kittens used to water from a young age.
Oh, that's smart. So they're more likely to tolerate baths as adults.
Hopefully. But even with the best preparation, you might encounter some resistance.
Oh, I bet. There are probably tons of funny videos online of cats hating bath time.
But with patience, the right techniques, maybe a little catnip afterwards, bath time can become a manageable routine.
And a clean, fluffy Persian is definitely worth it. Their coats are stunning when they're well cared for. What about exotic shorthairs? Do they need baths too?
Even though their coats are shorter, they can still benefit from a bath sometimes, especially if they're prone to shedding.
Okay, so whether you're Team Persian or Team Exotic, be prepared to get soapy. I think we've covered a lot of ground here. History, physical characteristics, those all-important personality differences, and those health concerns that come with those adorable flat faces. Do you think we've given our listener enough to make a good decision about which breed is right for them?
I think so. We've looked at what makes each breed special, talked about the pros and cons, and really stressed the importance of finding a responsible breeder.
And we didn't shy away from those harder topics like the health issues that can come up and how to bathe a long-haired cat.
Right. It's all about being informed, knowing what to expect.
So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, let's shift gears a little bit. We've talked about the practical stuff, but what about that emotional connection you make with a cat?
You're right. Choosing a pet is about more than checking off a list. It's about finding a companion who's going to enrich your life, bring you joy, become part of your family.
It's about that bond you share, that connection you feel. How do you know when you've found the one?
I think it's a feeling. See a cat and something just clicks. You feel drawn to them and they respond to you in a special way.
Like that spark we were talking about earlier.
And sometimes it's not the cat you expected. Maybe you go in thinking you want a playful exotic shorthair, but then this sweet, gentle Persian steals your heart.
Or you might be set on a Persian kitten, but then you meet an older exotic shorthair who needs a good home.
It's about keeping an open mind, trusting your instincts. And remember, adopting from a shelter or rescue is incredibly rewarding. You're giving a cat a second chance, and you're gaining an amazing companion.
And you're helping to reduce the number of cats in shelters.
So as you keep thinking about Persians and exotics, remember that the most important thing is to find a cat you connect with.
A cat who makes you happy, brightens your day, and fits into your life.
And who, in return, you can give all the love and care they deserve.
I feel like we've covered so much. Those cute smushed faces, the registration numbers, all that good stuff.
We have.
Yeah.
But there's always more to learn, right?
But before we wrap up this whole deep dive, I want to circle back to something we touched on earlier. Ethical breeding.
Oh yeah, good point. It's super important to think about the ethics of choosing a breeder, or a cat for that matter.
Right, because these cats, with their unique looks and personalities, they're the result of generations of selective breeding.
They are. And as we talked about, those flat faces, as cute as they are, can cause some serious health problems. We as pet owners need to be aware of that and support breeders who put their cats' well-being first.
So what are some red flags to watch out for when you're choosing a breeder?
Well, any breeder who seems more focused on making money than on the health and temperament of their cats. That's a big red flag. Ask them about their breeding practices, their health testing, how they socialize their kittens.
A responsible breeder will be happy to answer those questions.
And they'll really care about finding the right homes for their kittens.
They'll want to make sure those kittens are going to loving, caring homes. So as you start your search for the perfect Persian or exotic shorthair, keep those ethical considerations in mind.
Definitely. Choose a breeder who prioritizes their cat's well-being. Ask questions, do your research, and trust your gut.
And remember, adopting a cat from a shelter or rescue is a wonderful thing to do.
It is. You're giving a cat a second chance and gaining an amazing friend.
Well said. So as we wrap up our deep dive into exotic shorthairs and Persian cats, we encourage you to think about everything we've discussed and make a decision that feels right for you, your lifestyle, and your values.
Whether you go with a playful exotic shorthair, a regal Persian, or any other furry friend, Bringing a pet into your life is a big responsibility.
But it's also a privilege. It's a chance to build a special bond and share your life with a companion who will give you unconditional love.
Couldn't said it better myself.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone.